Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Taiba House of Kicks, and I haven't got a chance to really talk sneakers for a while. And that's because I have a job as a teacher and I work full time, so I've kind of just like stayed away from talking sneakers, and for good reasons. Not number one is because I'm teaching, and number two, it's just been too redundant. There's no excitement. There's been a lot of just the same old colorways and the same old silhouette dropping over and over, and especially with Jordan Brand, they've done the Jordan 1s, so many colorways that I can't even keep up with it. And now they've done the same thing to the Jordan 4, to the point where we've seen a lot of the original colorways coming back, and now they're introducing new colorways, and they are kind of like just killing the shoe and killing the silhouette. But again, people like it, people want it, so they keep bringing it back. Now the one that's dropping in about like 3 days is the Oxidized Green, which is again just a white shoe with like oxidized green highlights. It's nothing to like get you going like, whoa. To me, it's just another like shoe. I'm not like excited or super like stoked about it. Now the Jordan 17 is coming back in about like 3 weeks. That one kind of got me excited, but the 4s not so much. Now today I'm just going to talk about how much the shoe cost, and then we're going to talk about resale and the things of the sort. Now the shoe costs about $215. Now again, they're gonna blame inflation for it, which is a valid reason, but honestly, like that's a lot of money. Okay, so I'm not forking out $215 for it, but if you're a buyer, there's good news for you. So I'm gonna be talking about that in a minute. But the first thing you want to look at is the resale value of the shoe. So I usually give you my 5-number summary to give you an idea of what's happening. And if you look, when I collected my data, the lowest sale recorded for this shoe is $122, and that's for a size 7. And the highest sale was $208. That's for a size 14. That's already 9% below the MSRP. Now that's an excellent news if you're a buyer. It was a size 14 and it sold for $208, and that's like 9% below the MSRP, which is $215. Put on the tax on it, it comes down to like $228. Now 25% of the shoes sold between $122 and $145, and I'll tell you what sizes sold for that in a little bit. And then half of them sold between $122 and $145, and then between $145 and $186. I take that back. And the top 25% sales were between $186 and $208. That means pretty much every single shoe that sold for less than retail. Now the average resale value based on my data is about $167, and the volatility is like 16%. So if you sell it for like $167, which is the average resale value, you're gonna lose about $76. Okay, so if you're planning on like reselling the shoe, I hope you change your mind. Okay, now I'm gonna show you a table in a minute that's gonna tell you exactly what's happening. Now if you look at my chart, you're gonna see that as far as like the sizes are concerned, size 10 sold for $173, and that led to a $71 loss. Size 10 and a half sold for $185, you lose about $59. Size 11 is sold for $195, you lose $49. Size 11 and a half sold for $159, you lose $83. Size 12 sold for $195, you lose $49. Size 13 and 14 both sold for $208, you lose $39. And size 7 sold for $153, you lose $89. Size 8 sold for $153, you lose $102. Size 8 and a half sold for $147, you lose $95. Size 9 sold for $168, you lose $74. And then size 9 and a half sold for $155, you lose $87. Now, based on the record, 33% of the sales led to losses between 30 and 50. And I just told you what sizes. It was size 11, 12, 13, and 14. And then another 33% sold led to losses between 50 and 85. That size is 10, 10 and a half, 9, and 11 and a half. And the remaining 34% led to losses above $85. That size is 8, 8 and a half, 9 and a half, and 7. Now, the verdict is clear. If you are contemplating selling the Jordan 4 Oxidized Green, I hope you completely abandon that idea. Again, I even think like retailers are going to have a hard time doing away with these sizes. And I'm suspecting that a lot of them are probably offloading their inventory on third-party marketplaces. For example, on StockX, you can't really track the seller. Okay, it's not made public. Their identity is concealed, so they can use some random dude to sell the shoes. So you don't know. So I'm thinking that a lot of these retailers are probably selling and liquidating their inventory on the second marketplaces. Okay, so that's probably happening a lot. So again, if you are planning on selling the shoe, I hope you abandon the idea. It's a great shoe. That's a win for buyers. If you're a buyer, esteem yourself happy, because you're going to be able to get the shoe for probably as low as $150 on certain sizes. So I would not, if I was you, I would not buy the shoe from any retailer. I'm just going to go straight to a third-party seller and then buy the shoe for like $150 or something like that. Okay, it's sold for up to 61% below the MSRP. That's all I wanted to say today. I don't want to keep talking because it's just a waste of time. Again, I'm gonna be doing another shoe in the next couple of days. But for the Jordan 4 Oxidized Green, I hope you don't try to sell that. All right, you've been warned. Again, thanks for watching. This is Ty from Master Kicks, and stay tuned for more stuff.